I want to ask about asteroids. Do we know where all the asteroids are?
We only know very
That's
few
what
of them.
scares the fuck out of me.
That's the one that you should be watching Family Guy for, I think. Because the Earth is covered in scars. It's been schmucked. And we get hit by 100 tons of meteorites a day.
A day?
A day on Earth. Most of them are little. Once in a while, we have a big one. And most of them we can't see because they're like flat black coal colored, and they cross our orbit, so the sun is up. It's like trying to look into a bright light and see something that's dark. You just can't see it. So we haven't even detected most of the asteroids, and some of them are like a city killer, but some of them are a planet killer, and we just haven't seen them all.
That's what scares me.
We need to put a little work into
They
that.
basically say you take away like the trees and the buildings and all that, and Earth would look pretty much like the moon with all the strikes the moon has had.
What do you do? Put up a big net? I mean, what would you do about it?
Because we have weather and we have continental drift.
Exactly.
Most of our scars get healed.
You get rid of the oceans, you'll see a whole bunch of asteroid hits.
We'd look like the moon or Mars. So what do? First, you find one that you know 5 years from now is going to hit the Earth, and then you just need to make it just barely miss Earth. So there's a few guys have thought of different ways to make an asteroid change its path just tiny bit. You just need to drag it.
Maybe
either an explosion, or you put a little thruster on it, or you have a spaceship that hovers next to it, and the gravity of the spaceship will slowly just yank it a tiny bit.
Who wants
but
that
isn't that
job?
only if it's a big? But if it's a big asteroid, though. What if it's like a big New Jersey-sized asteroid?
Yeah, well, you can only.
Then you get Governor Chris Christie up there.
Come on, Lou, that's
Kill his
impossible.
orbit.
That guy, I'll tell you, he'll scare an asteroid to death if you want to talk politics.
A lot of people, say that that's what has destroyed the Earth numerous times.
We've been hit really badly before.
Civilizations, past civilizations.
Yeah, the one that hit off the Yucatan, that enveloped the whole world basically in fire. And
how long ago was that?
That was 170 years ago.
Oh, what? 100?
Well, that was like 90 million years ago. I'm not sure. I don't know the anser to that. The one that hit up in Quebec, you can still see.
Fell off.
Was a couple hundred million years ago.
The one in what'd you say? The one in Quebec?
There's a huge one that you can see up in Quebec called the Manicouagan crater. That it's like 30 miles across or 40 miles across.
And that was an Earth killer.
Scares the heck out of me.
It was had
What's
a big
the most
impact
recent
on life.
one that was that bad?
Arizona?
Well, the one in Arizona is only 49,000 years ago, and that must have been a heck of a day. But it's only a mile across, that hole.
Wow.
The one in Tunguska was 100 years ago, and it flattened.
100 years ago?
100 years, 1903. It flattened trees for hundreds of miles.
That's 112 years ago.
Yeah.
And how big was that asteroid that did that?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Perhaps
Like
a
house
mini-
size,
a
not
bus.
huge.
That's what I'm saying. It was only
But
the
it's
size of
totally
a house.
it's totally random.
Yeah.
We could go another 50 million years, or it could be tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Well, there's normally
If it was
a pretty
tomorrow, we
significant
would have
one.
seen something by now.
Every 1,000 years there's a pretty big one. There's a bunch of people working on it, and part of the problem is if you start to drag an asteroid so it's not going to hit, say, New Jersey, well, as you slowly pull it off the Earth's orbit, maybe it's going to hit instead L.A. or
Right.
it's going to hit Brazil or something. So the politics are complicated. Who decides and who spends the money? I'm not sure how we're going to do
That's why I live one day at a time.
That's a good idea.
You know what I mean?
That's because you're an alcoholic.
Well, that too.
That's got nothing to do with asteroids.
Yes, a struggling homosexual.
That's because you can't drink wine without ruining your life.
Yeah.